Welcome to Lawrence Cardinals football on your 2023 Intercollegiate Broadcasting Systems Media Award winner for Best Radio Station. It's 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC-FM. And a pleasant good evening to all of you. I'm Jordan Hirsch alongside Jay Johnson as we are now about just 15 minutes away from kickoff between the Lawrence Cardinals and West Windsor-Plainsboro United from Lawrence High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep your hands going as they head on out the West Windsor South Pirate Band.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Standing, ladies and gentlemen, remove your hats and help us join Honoring America as your Lawrence High School Band performs our rendition of the National Anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's official for tonight's contest, Terrence Stokes.
Lawrence today facing off against West Windsor-Plainsboro United out of the Valley Division of the WJFL. They are 1-1. Let's just get a quick scouting report on them because they lost their first game big, 35-13 to Southern, but were able to come back last week with a big 41-21 win over Hamilton West.
Yeah, so talking to Coach Radis last week, or I guess on Monday, he was explaining some of the guys that he liked. He likes their quarterback, there's a couple of the receivers, and I think that this is going to be a good test for Lawrence. I mean, they haven't won a game yet all season. We're in game 3, and here's their chance to go and out against all odds and go out and get a win. Their quarterback's not playing. They have their backup. They have their starting running back starting at quarterback. They had a rain delay. Messed up everybody's mind, pushed it back an hour, and now we're going to go play football. So here's your chance to go be great, go win a game.
Well, We are about set for the coin toss here, and a pretty cool moment here at Lawrence High School, as one of the honorary captains for today's game for the Cardinals is number 77, Javier Sunda, who is out for the entire season with an injury that he sustained during one of Lawrence's scrimmages. He is a senior, so obviously that was really tough to watch him go down with that injury, but he's back on the sidelines for the first time here tonight, and he is along with Samis Walker and Dane Bates at midfield for the coin toss. And it looks like the Lawrence Cardinals have won the coin toss and will defer to the second half. So that's 3 games we've got, and 3 straight games that Lawrence has won the toss and deferred. So it will be West Windsor-Plainsboro United to get the ball first. Jay, you ready?
I'm always ready. You know, it's Friday. It's Friday. I know I'm smiling. I hope everybody else is, because we got football. And there was a Thursday night football. Now we have Friday night football. Tomorrow, Saturday night football. And guess what? Sunday night football. Oh, my gosh. Football is back.
It is so back. And so let's get you set here with some of the weather conditions. Of course, we're starting in this hour delay. This game was scheduled to start at 6 o'clock. Yes. But because of lightning and a little bit of light rain, we had to move the start time back. But that is all out of here. It is mostly cloudy still, with the sun setting over the left side of the field as Vlado Nikolov is about to set to put the ball on the tee and kick this one off. And so let's pause real quick for station identification.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Back deep to receive for West Windsor-Plainsboro is number 3, Will Carter, the 6', 160 junior who goes to West Windsor-Plainsboro North. As Nikolov and the Cardinals take their positions as he gets set to kick it off to Will Carter. This West Windsor-Plainsboro United team, a mix of players from West Windsor-Plainsboro North and West Windsor-Plainsboro South. The kick is underway. It's angled towards the right side, picked up at the 18, and cutting across the field now is Michael Aravallo, turns it up at the 40, and that is where he's brought down after a big gain. And so the West Windsor-Plainsboro United, they will be going from right to left as their offense comes out there. And let's pause for station identification right here on 107.7 The Bronx.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Good stuff.
Pistol.
Connor Sadaraju is the quarterback for West Windsor-Plainsboro United, coming off of a 9 for 16 game last week against Hamilton West. 183 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Also had 43 yards on the ground, including a touchdown, as the first snap to him is a handoff there to Ryan Beskey, who carries it out to around midfield.
Good little run to start the game for them. Want to see what they want to get out into. The defense for Lawrence Cardinals, sorry, I had a little hiccup there. The defense for Lawrence Cardinals has been pretty good all season. The offense has done them no favors getting them off the field. We saw the last week they were really tired. Hands on the knees, hands on the hips, all that, and hopefully they can get a little bit of pressure and get their defense off the field and their offense on the field.
Ball on United's own 49, 2nd down and 4, and before the snap is away, a flag comes in, and it looks like it's going to be an offsides call against the Cardinals, which will give United a first down.
It is Friday, September 8th, which also is Laundry Day apparently, because we have laundry on the field. I love Laundry Day. I absolutely love it. I love that it takes me an hour to put my stuff in the wash. Oh, and it's on Lawrence anyway, so we get to march too. So
that is Lawrence's just their 2nd penalty of the season. That's something that the Cardinals have been really good at, is not giving away yards via penalty, but they do here on the first drive. So it's now 1st and 10 from Lawrence's 46. Satiraju takes a snap. It's a screenplay setup. Pass is caught by Liam Connaughton, and he's able to carry it forward for a gain of about 3. A flock of Cardinals in on the tackle there.
Easy little check down, little to the flat, picked up a few yards, and a very good tackle. And that's the one thing that I have been saying about Lawrence, is that they have to make their tackles. They've missed their first opportunities to make tackles, especially guys in the backfield. Limit these short gains and get off the field. You already gave up a first down on the flag, so now it's time to lock in, lock up, and get your offense out there.
Ball placed on the left hash, 2 receivers on each side of the line. They put number 3, Will Carter, in motion him over to the left side. Satiraju takes a snap, pass over the middle is knocked away by Samis Walker. It was intended for Malachi Jeffers Vieira, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Jeffers Vieira had a shot at that ball. He had 2 hands on it, just really good coverage by Samis Walker. Don't know if he got a hand on it, but you know what they say about footsteps. They're always coming and they're creeping, and good job by him to get another stop and to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 8. This time 2 backs in the backfield along with Satiraju. He takes a snap, hands it off there to Ryan Beskey, who runs up the middle. He's going to be tackled short of the line to gain out around the 40. Dane Bates in on that tackle. It's going to bring up a 4th down and short, and we'll see what Coach Bill Furlong decides to do here. This is kind of no man's land, and it looks like he's going to leave that offense on the field in 4th and 4.
Lawrence did the one thing that I've been asking him to do since week 1, which is to send pressure. They sent 5, got pressure off the left side of the line. It was a run play, and he actually had a gap. He got tripped up in the hole, and it brought up 4th down.
Satiraju lined up in the shotgun with Ryan Beskey on his left. Takes a snap, rolling to his left. Satiraju looking, finds Beskey out of the backfield, and he's going to be tackled very close to the line to gain.
We have...
And they...
Are we going to get some chatting by the referees?
Yeah, this was very close. He was forced out of bounds by Jacob Vega.
I think they're saying... I don't know what they're doing, actually.
Officials are stopping play now as I think they're going to measure this one. The Cardinals think that they got the stop, but United's offense is still out there on the field.
They're chatting. Love chatting.
Yeah, refs chatting here on the near sideline. Trying to decide if they got the 1st down. They're going to bring out the chains here and measure this.
Chain gang. Love to see it. Everybody gets to work today. Like I said, we had an hour, you know? Everybody got their stretch in. Let's get the chain gang out here. Now we got some hustle. Yeah, we got a little pep in the step by the chain gang.
Yeah, the chain gang, is, as Jay's calling them, are having to come from the opposite sideline.
And we're getting a measurement this early in the game. This is like play 5. And we're getting a measurement. We're putting out all the stops in this one.
The 1st down marker was set at the 36-yard line of Lawrence. And they will give them that 1st down by inches.
First down by
So,
United.
1st down for United. That's their 2nd 1st down on this drive. First one was given to them on a penalty. So, we're going to go see. They're moving on the field. They got the ball on around the 45-yard line thanks to the kick return, and then pretty much operated as they needed to get the ball right outside the 35-yard line, up on 36.
Yeah, ball on the left hash of the 36. Empty backfield here for Satiraju. 3 receivers on the right side of the line, 2 on the left. In the slot is Ryan Beskey, the running back. They'll put Carter in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep. He's got a lot of running room on the right side. He's tackled out around the 1st down marker on the far side of the field.
Beskey was moving across that field. I mean, it was like a blink of an eye. He went from one side of the formation to the other. Easy little jet sweep, picked up about 9 on that carry. And this is what we've seen a lot of teams try to do to Lawrence, is they try and keep them on their toes, you know, get them off balance, hit them with different types of looks, different runners, different running plays, different formations.
So 2nd down and 1, 2 running backs in the backfield with Satiraju. He'll fake the handoff and keep it. And he's met immediately out around the 1st down marker, and they think they are going to give him the 1st down. They will, so move the chains again. Does United. Ball will be placed at the 25-yard line of Lawrence. And now, so far, good drive going here for United as we've hit the 8:30 mark to go in the 1st.
Very good decision by Satiraju there. I guess it was kind of a QB draw, and he just kind of took it himself to pick up, 1-2 yards and move the chains. Now they have a drive that is particularly down the field.
Satiraju in the shotgun. Lawrence shows pressure. They bring blitz and able to get it away to the right side to Beskey. and he's going to be tackled immediately at the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. James Lyons in on the tackle.
I do like the pressure by Lawrence. Like I mentioned earlier, they did not show a lot of pressure, they did not show blitz, and they did not blitz a lot in the last 2 games. And we've seen 2 blitzes already on this defensive possession for Lawrence. And shout out to West Windsor-Plainsboro United as they've capitalized on those 2 runs. One was a draw up the middle, and we have
Sadaraju takes the snap and fires it over to the left side. That's caught by Will Carter, who carries it out across the 20 to the 19, and that will make it 3rd down and 4.
Quick little pass out to the flat, and no real running room for him. No way for him to turn up the field, but we have a drive going on. We're going to see if Lawrence can lock up. You know, we say bend, don't break. This is field goal range, so we'll see if they can force a 4th down here. We see some fist up if they get this stop here.
So 3rd down and 4. Second-year quarterback Connor Sadaraju in the shotgun with Ryan Beskey on his right. 2 receivers to the left of the line, 1 to the right. They put Pat Connaughton in motion. Rolling to the right is Sadaraju, has some space to run. A flag comes in. He's going for the marker, and he's got the 1st down. We'll check the flag, though. It came in the backfield, and I think this one's coming back.
I think you're right. I think it's coming back. Saw a couple of the coaches on Lawrence's sideline kind of getting beside themselves. And you see Coach Radis right now a little adamant, stepping up onto the field. It's like, hey, guys, they're cheating. That's not against the rules. I wish the student section told me, because I love when they tell me what's going on. But they're going to back this one up, and we're going to replay the down.
Yeah, Lawrence's student section. This is the first game here at Lawrence High School when school has been in session, and they've come out in full force. All look like they're wearing some type of highlight pink or orange or yellow, so looks like highlighter was the theme for the student section here tonight. The penalty was indeed a holding call against United, so it's going to back them up, make it 3rd down and 13 now from the 29-yard line. They put Will Carter in motion to the left. Sadaraju takes a snap in the shotgun, fires over the middle. That pass is caught, and no one is in front of number 18, Malachi Jeffers-Vieira, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Malachi Jeffers-Vieira ran a beautiful route. They were in what looked like maybe cover 1 or single. I didn't really get to see what the defense was set up in. And he just kind of hit a little post move on Samis Walker, was wide open, had enough space to get that ball in there. A really good pass by Sadaraju, and puts points up for the board on the board early for United.
Well, out for the PAT now is Charlie Davenport-Bray, the 5'11 sophomore, and he knocks it through. So 1 drive and 1 touchdown for United. That makes it a 7-0 ball game, and now we're going to get to see this Lawrence Cardinals offense on the field, and they're going to be led, of course, by Dane Bates. Francis Gage injured in the 4th quarter of their game last week against Hopewell Valley. That was a 41-6 loss, and so Dane Bates will find himself in an early hole.
I'm excited to see Dane Bates at quarterback today. I mean, if you've listened to the last two broadcasts, you've heard a lot of me saying, hey, I want to see this from Francis Gage. I want to see this from Francis Gage. I want to see him throw the ball, spread it out, all that. And I know there's a playbook. I know they have certain things they have to hit, certain marks they have to hit. But now we have a backup quarterback, well, I guess a running back that is not playing quarterback. And we're going to see what coach has drawn up for them this week, because they have a task ahead of them, and it's not going to be an easy one, but if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Ball placed here on the tee as Davenport-Bray set to kick it off, and he does. It's angled towards the right side, taken by Pitts Parker around 10. He's got 1 blocker and is not able to get around the first wave of tacklers as he brings it out to around the 20-yard line, and that's where Dane Bates and the Cardinals offense will start.
This is going to be a very interesting drive for Lawrence. You know, there's a script. I want to see what they come out in. I'm expecting a few types of runs. I would even expect Dane Bates to take some runs himself, but I would be surprised if they come out here and air this ball out. Not saying they shouldn't. I told you, I did say this last week. Have some fun. Backyard football sometimes. You just have to throw the ball up. You know, you have playmakers on your team. You got to get them involved. Find a way to.
So Dane Bates in the shotgun with Jacob Bega, the running back, lined up to his left. 2 receivers on each side of the line. They put Petit home in motion, and tripping on the snap is Dane Bates, and he's just forced to pick the ball up at the 15. It's going to be a loss of 6. So not a good start for Bates as a quarterback, as he kind of took the snap and just fell down.
We're gonna try this again. Second time's the charm. It's it's all right. Whatever happened there, he just kind of fell. I don't know if the motion kind of messed up, but we're gonna try this again on second down. Lost a few yards, but now we really get to see what Dane Bates has for us at quarterback.
He's lined up in the shotgun again. 2 receivers on the right side of the line. Lawrence going from left to right. They hand this one off here to Jacob Bega, and he's brought down around the 17.
Not much running room. I guess you could say a union of United players came to make that tackle, and we're all over Bega on that run. Brings up 3rd and long. Probably not how Dane Bates imagined his first start of the season at quarterback was going to go.
No, but yeah, but 3rd down and 14. And for those of you wondering if Lawrence is going to throw the ball at all, with obviously Dane Bates being a running back playing quarterback, I will say, watching him in pregame warmups today, he was slinging it around the field. He's lined up in the shotgun here, 2 receivers on each side of the line.
Safety's coming down.
They hand it off to James Lyons. He's met immediately around the line of scrimmage, maybe about a yard behind it. And so it's going to be a 3 and out for the Cardinals on their first possession.
No real running room there. Just handed it off and was met in the backfield. Didn't really get back to the line of scrimmage, and guess they're going to punt this thing on off. Hopefully we don't see, well, I guess it worked for the Lions. Dan Campbell, who did a fake punt last night, so maybe we get that.
We did see a fake punt in the game last week by Lawrence. It obviously did not work out, though. This one is a real punt, and it's away by Nikolov. It lands at the 45 of Lawrence and takes a Cardinals bounce out across midfield and rolls all the way down to the 43. So that's where Connor Sataraju and the West Windsor-Plainsboro United offense will begin their second drive of the game, leading 7-0.
Very good bounce, because I thought, I was like, okay, really good punt from where you are, not the best field position, but really just kind of flip field position, put the ball back into United territory, and now they're going to have to go back out here in the second drive. But this is around where they got the ball on their first drive, where they scored the touchdown. They had a little bit of help. They went backwards a little bit, but they're going to get their second possession, and Lawrence is going to get their second possession to see what their defense is truly made of in this game.
3:56 to play in the first. Sataraju takes a snap, fires on the right side on a little tight end screen there for Liam Connaughton, and he makes the catch and then is tackled along the right side after a gain of 1, and that's going to make it 2nd down and 9.
Quick pass out to the flat, and Lawrence did a good job sniffing it out. They were right there. A couple guys came in, make the tackle, and it's going to bring up 2nd down, and that's what this team needs to do. They have the athletes to get to the ball and to make gang tackles. They have to play like that. They have to make these tackles as a team and not by themselves.
In the shotgun is Sataraju. Takes a snap, has a little bit of pressure, fires along the left side for Besky, and he drops it.
Besky was a little bit mad at himself. I'll be honest with you. It's a little clammy out. My hands are a little wet, but I also don't play football. But quick little pass out to the flat. Nothing was really there, and hit him in his hands, dropped it. He's going to be mad at himself for that one, but it's 3rd down. It's the great thing about football. We have 4 of them.
It is a bit of a humid night here at Lawrence. We had some rain go through before kickoff, and it's completely out of the way now. It's actually turned into a pretty nice night here, as it's now 3rd down and 9 from the 44. In the shotgun to Sataraju. He hands it off to Aravalo on the jet sweep, and he's able to carry it across midfield close to the 1st down marker. And they will move the change. So on 3rd and 9, United decides to go with a little jet sweep action, and it helps them out. They get a 1st down.
And right there, that just can't happen for your defense. I mean, you have them at 3rd and 9. You want to get off the field there, and this is what happened in the last game. They just got tired, overwhelmed early. You had the chance to, get off the field. It's a run play on the 3rd and 9. Get out, get into your set, get into your run fit, make a tackle. They couldn't do it. Now we have another set of downs, and they're playing with all the confidence in the world right now if you're United.
Ball on the 46 of Lawrence. Sataraju takes a snap, hands it off to Ryan Besky, who runs up the middle, and he's able to carry it out to around the 40-yard line, maybe just past that. They're going to mark it at the 38, and so a good pickup on first down for United.
United is right now clicking on all their cylinders. It's mainly that they're getting the ball to their playmakers. You've seen a few guys get the ball, and they've schemed them open. It hasn't been, not knowing where to go, throwing the ball up. They've given it to their guys, and they've made the plays that they needed to make. And I think that's the biggest thing in this game is for Lawrence, you're going to have to stop those playmakers, and you're going to have to find the ones that you need to go out and win this game.
2nd down and 3, ball in the middle of the hash mark. Sadaraju again in the shotgun. Cardinals are going to bring pressure here. Sadaraju has to step up in the pocket, and he is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Elijah Muse was in on that sack.
You know what they say about pressure, Jordan? It bursts pipes and it makes diamonds. And there it is. They finally blitz and they finally get a sack. It brings up 3rd down. Here's your chance. Go get a stop. Like I said earlier, I want to see some fists up on this Lawrence sideline so that they can get the stop and get off the field.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 from the Lawrence 40. 1:55 to play here in the first with United on top 7-0. And now the Cardinals defense looking to get off the field here on 3rd and 4. Sadaraju in the shotgun, takes a snap, rolling to his right. Pump fakes, now gets around one wave of defenders, and he's going to be brought down behind the line to gain. Looked like Chibudem Nebe was in on that tackle as Sadaraju was really only able to run it out to the 38-yard line. It's going to make it a 4th down and about 2.
It was a very good stop by Chinebe because there was really nothing stopping him from turning that corner and, taking that as far as he wanted. Good tackle, brings up 4th, and United's going to talk about what they want to do.
Yeah, they're leaving the offense out there. They converted on a 4th down play from about the same spot on the field in their last drive. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2 here. Sadaraju in the shotgun, and it looks like his hard count got a Cardinal to jump off sides. They throw the flag.
And you said it earlier, they've been good on penalties. And right there, it moves the chains. Can't make these mistakes. It's hard, but you have to get off the field here. It's 4th and short. I actually don't know if they were going to snap that ball now that I think about it, just because I understand they did convert earlier, but 4th and short, you're up 7. There's really no need for you to. They got the jump, and now it's 1st down.
It was Joel Caesar who jumped off sides. This pass over here on the left side is caught by Connaughton, and he's able to take it out to around the 32-yard line. It's going to be a short gain on 1st down and bring up 2nd down and 9.
I've seen that same type of play ran, especially for Connaughton, just getting the ball out to the flat, and he's pretty much got the ball, and he's kind of a big guy to tackle, from at least the looks of it here, and they've been trying to shoot down, and right there they do get a stop, limit the gain, but you got to see that they are doing what they want.
This time they put Aravalo in motion and hand it to him on the jet sweep, running to the right. He's able to duck underneath one tackle and carry it out across the 25 out to around, actually they're going to mark it right at the 25. That is going to be the last play of the first quarter. It'll be 3rd down and short for United when we come back. And we will be right back with more Lawrence High School Cardinals football right here on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
And at the end of 1. United leads 7-0. Again, tomorrow morning, Lawrence High School men's soccer team takes on cross-town rival Woodrow Valley Bulldogs. Old Way games start at 9 a.m. Gentlemen, put your hands together for your Lawrence High School cheerleaders. Directed by Ms. Dana Brackett.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
You're listening to the Cardinals play football right here on 107.7 The Bronc, WRRC FM, ranked number 7 in the nation by the Princeton Review, as we are about set to start the second quarter here from Lawrence High School. Cardinals trail at 7-0. They went 3 and out on their only offensive drive. First drive for United ended in a touchdown. Field will now be flipped. It's 3rd down and 1 for United on Lawrence's 25. They're now going from left to right.
I'm going to be honest with you, Jordan. I wouldn't be surprised. One of two things might happen in this play. We're either going to get another jet sweep or we're going to get a quick little pass out to the flat.
Yeah, United has really used those jet sweeps to their advantage so far in this game. Sadaraju, the quarterback, in the shotgun. He's got Ryan Beskey, the running back, on his left. 2 receivers to the left side of the line. Cardinals stack the box. Sadaraju takes the snap, hands it off to Beskey, then hands it off to Liam Connaughton on the trick play. And he's able to barrel his way forward for a 1st down out into the red zone, still pushing the pile all the way down around the 10. And so some trickery there on 3rd down picks up a 1st for United.
Honestly, if you had looked away, checked your phone, you didn't see what happened because the ball touched 3 different people in the span of that play. And I was sitting there thinking it was just jet sweep, so I was wrong too. But really good run up the middle, just keep them keep them on their toes and off balance and brings another 1st down.
Well, they mark it at the 12. Sadaraju in the shotgun. We've got a flag coming in as they go for the jet sweep and then throw it. And it is incomplete.
That ball, I think that ball was intercepted, but...
Yeah, Giovanni Ruiz came down with it.
But we'll check the flag.
The call is a holding going against United. That penalty is declined. They will call it an interception by Gio Ruiz, his 2nd interception of the season. And the Cardinals are able to get off the field and get their 1st stop on defense, and it comes on a pick.
I mean, you would think Gio was wearing his numbers the way he was on him. I mean, nowhere for him to put that ball. Kind of threw that up. It was a trick play, kind of like a flea flicker. Passed it back to the running back, and he threw it up at the end zone. Great play by him, gets an interception, and now Dane Bates is back at the controls, see what he can do in his 2nd possession. Probably not where he would have started it, on his own 2-yard line, but here's what you got to do. Here's your job as a quarterback.
Lined up in the shadow of his own uprights is Bates. Full house formation with 3 backs in the backfield along with him. Motions one over to the right side. Bates is going to keep it here. Running right, and he's tackled right around the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
I was expecting some of this play call in this game. I was wondering if they were actually going to run it with Bates, knowing that he is a running back. But the run game has not worked in the last 2 games for them anyway. So I would imagine that they're going to give some different formations. That was fun with, what did you call it, full house formation? Mm-hmm. That was fun with 3 backs in the backfield. So I expect to see a little bit more of that in this game. And of course, if you're United, you're going to have to expect that they're going to give it to a whole bunch of different guys.
Same formation here, ball at the 4, 2nd down and 8. Looks like it might be the same play this time to the left. That's what it's going to be. Bates has a little bit of running room, making some cut moves out, and is able to take it to the 9-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd down and 3. So this time they run that QB draw to the left side, and they're able to pick up a gain of 5 and make it 3rd and short.
You know, sometimes in life you just gotta take the other route. You know, you gotta see which way is faster, and that's what they did. The right didn't work, so they went left. Good run, good pickup. 3rd and short. We're gonna get a chance to see if they can get off the field. If not, it'll be another 3 and out for the Cardinals. But we're gonna see what they come out with, and it is the same formation.
Yeah, same formation again. 3rd down and 3. We'll see if it's the same play. Bates in the shotgun. He takes the snap. This time he's going to hand it off to Bega, who's met well behind the line. All the way back near the original line of scrimmage. They're going to mark that one at the 2-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th, and here comes the punting unit.
Not the biggest fan of that call. I think that 3rd and short, you don't really necessarily have to stay in the same formation. I think you just go get the yards. You have the physicality and the athletes to do it. Just go pick up, 2 or 3 yards. Run straight. Run forward. See what happens, We're throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks at this moment. But they're going to go punt this ball again back in their end zone. And we have...
whistles before the snap. And it's going to be a timeout called by West Windsor-Plainsboro United. So with that, we have to remind you that which Cardinal will be the player of the game. Keep listening to find out who will be the LHS MVP of the game. Immediately following today's action, it all happens during the Cardinal postgame show, exclusively on 107.7 The Bronx WRRC-FM, your 2023 IBS Media Award winner for Best Radio Station. Of course, Dane Bates was the MVP in Game 1. Brendan Doherty was the MVP against Hopewell Valley last week. And so far, a couple of 3-and-outs for the Cardinals here. Haven't really been able to have that offensive start that they wanted. I think, Jay, they're kind of becoming a little predictable, obviously, with a running back serving as your quarterback today. Maybe that was to be a bit expected, but 2 3-and-outs, definitely not how they wanted to start this one.
And you know, Jordan, it is a condensed playbook. They're probably not trying to get Dane to do too much, but you're going to have him do something to keep this game competitive. Of course, you're only down one score.
Zachary Owens is back deep to receive. This is a very bad kickoff towards the left sideline. It goes out of bounds around the 15-yard line, as that one looked like it just came off the left side of the foot. They're actually going to mark it maybe a little generously at the 19.
The ball went straight up. It was just like from game 1. The ball went straight up and came straight back down. There was really no actual distance on it. Like you said, I think it just came off his foot wrong. But United's going to be in business in what they call, in a whole different places, the red zone, green zone, gold zone, inside their 20-yard line, and they're going to have a chance to put up more points as they automatically get field goal range. Yeah,
Nikolov, the punter, had kind of a troublesome game in their opener against Princeton. He was a lot better last week, 5 punts for 112 yards. This one goes maybe 15. So Connor Sadaraju in the offense out there. This is first play is a handoff to Besky, who runs left and is able to get it out to around the 15, maybe the 16. It's a short gain. It'll bring up second down.
I think that United has a lot of sneaky players with speed, or I guess players with sneaky speed, and it's kind of catching Lawrence. They're more reacting than anticipating, and they're kind of a step short with everything. Not a big gain there, but you could see that there were some holes, there were some gaps. There was a really great tackle made by Lawrence, but bringing up second down, you know that they're going to want to get a stop.
8:34 to play here in the second. Sadaraju takes a snap on second down and 8, rolling to his right, firing over the middle. That pass is caught for a first down. Not quite into the end zone there was Liam Connaughton.
Sadaraju threaded that ball through 3 defenders. I believe it was Dane Bates who thought he had a chance on it. It's kind of behind him, so he couldn't really step back and get to it. But really good ball placement by Sadaraju. And he's been making these throws on the run. He's not necessarily staying in the pocket. He's a lot more mobile than I believe Lawrence believed he was. And he's catching them off guard as they get this ball right inside 2 yards.
Yeah, ball placed at the 2. This first play is a handoff here to Besky, and he's able to get very close to the goal line, and they will say that he got the ball across the plane. So another touchdown for United. It's going to make it 13-0 here with exactly 8 minutes to play until halftime.
Besky looked like he was playing Dance Dance Revolution. He went left, then he went right, then he went left, then he went right, then he went straight. He scored a touchdown. I think that there were so many bodies in that formation that he really didn't have the running room, but he found his way to the end zone regardless.
Charlie Davenport-Bray on for the extra point, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 14-0 now, early in the second. United on top of the Cardinals, and so far, Jay, this is really the same way that United was able to get their offense going last week against Hopewell Valley, or against Hamilton West, I should say, as they were really able to force the ball on the ground early. That opened up their passing game in the second half, as they were able to strike for 41 points, including 22 in the fourth quarter. They actually trailed entering the fourth, but outscored Hamilton West 22-0, and a lot of that was because of their passing game, which was opened up by their success on the ground early, and that's kind of the same script that they're following here tonight.
I believe there's 2 things you have to do if you're Lawrence. The one thing is not to panic. You're down 14 points. This game, there's a whole lot of game left. I hope there's a whole lot of game left, because I don't have plans for after this. So you might as well just lock in. Like I said, the defense lock up, and as your offense, you're still figuring it out. That was part 2. The offense is technically still a work in progress, regardless of who's at the helm. Today, it's Dane Bates. It's his first day playing quarterback. He's going to have some issues, and they're doing the best they can.
Davenport Bray's kick is away. It's going to be fielded at the 12 by Isaac Pitts-Parker. Has some running room up the middle. He's able to carry it out to across the 30. They'll mark him down at the 33-yard line, and that's where Dane Bates and the offense will get the ball to start this drive.
Pitts-Parker has some sneaky speed, like I was mentioning earlier, and I said that last game. He can go, and you can see that he wants to go. Late in that game, they started giving him a few more touches, and you could see that he wanted to take some of those, and now he's back there returning kicks. I think that he should be a main focus in this offensive drive.
And the Cardinals here, this is their third drive. They've gone 3 and out on each of their first 2. The offense really has been a major problem so far early in the season. Obviously, just the 6 points that they've put up this year. They've only picked up 9 first downs on the season. And so Dane Bates will line up in the shotgun here on his own 33, going from right to left.
Checking the defense.
Takes the snap, fires on the left side. So the first pass from Dane Bates is a completion to Samis Walker. And they're going to mark him at the 37. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
That was very similar to what's usually in their playbook, is a little RPO. Kind of a bubble screen, not really a screen, just kind of getting the ball out to the flag, getting the ball out to your playmaker and seeing what he can do. Couldn't make a guy miss, but they picked up a few yards on that to bring up 2nd down. We have positive yards gained on this possession already. The question is, can they pick up their first down of the game? I would like to see a lot more passing. I think the run game is great, but you mentioned this earlier, predictability and also becoming too one-dimensional.
They officially call it 2nd down and 7. Bates again lined up in the shotgun with Bega on his right. Low snap. Bates has it, looking to throw, going deep for Samis Walker, who looked like he was held, and he was.
I think every single person on the Lawrence sideline saw the hold. I mean, was almost in his jersey. It was a fistful, handful, whatever you said. You know, like when you ask your mom if you can have a snack, and she says, just get a few. He got more than a few.
He took a whole handful there. That was Malachi Jeffers Vieira on the penalty. It's going to bring the ball out across midfield to the 48-yard line of United. So it's the first down the Cardinals have picked up today. And I'll tell you what, Jeffers Vieira probably had to hold Samis Walker there because he had a lot of separation. So 1st and 10, they put Pitts-Parker in motion. They hand it to him on the jet sweep, running to the right, and he's going to be wrapped up well behind the line, back at the 46, maybe the 47-yard line of Lawrence, and it's going to make it 2nd and long.
Pitts-Parker, really good, really fast, really good athlete. Like I said last week, if football fields were played horizontally instead of vertically, he'd be the best player on the field. Unfortunately, well, I guess they are played horizontally, but for them. He's going to get the ball a lot more. I like the jet sweep idea. He just couldn't find a seam. There was no one really there to block for him. There's really nowhere for him to go. But I want to see what they do on this 2nd and long, especially because we've seen them air the ball out.
They mark it officially at the 47, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 15, 6:08 to play until halftime. Bates in the shotgun. This time they put Pitts-Parker in motion again. They fake it to him. Bates looking to throw, going deep for Samis Walker, and he's got him at the 20. And being pushed out of bounds at the 10 is Samis Walker. How about that dime drop by Dane Bates?
Oh my God. Are you sure that's not Aaron Rodgers back there? Because I know we're in New Jersey, but oh my goodness. That is probably the best ball we've seen by this Lawrence team. You hear the fans, they are ecstatic. And
there is a flag.
Oh my goodness.
And this one is going to be coming back. Oh man, critical penalty there by the Cardinals. We mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. They've been really good at not committing penalties. Just one all season coming into this game. It's just a little bit of confusion. Yeah, now they're moving the offense back down towards where Walker caught that ball.
You know,
the official,
we're figuring it out. They're saying it's a catch.
Looks like they're calling a holding against Lawrence.
2 flags, maybe?
Yeah, not really sure here because one of the officials is in discussion with Rob Radis, the head football coach for the Cardinals.
We have defensive players down on one side and offensive players down the other side. And I think there's still a lot of discussion. You can see Samis is talking to a referee at the moment.
Yeah, the ball is placed at the 10-yard line. The flag was at the 22. And now they're gonna bring it back. So a lot of confusion going on here. Just bear with us because we're trying to get the official ruling here, and it's going to be a hold. So the official call here is a holding against Lawrence. They will bring this one back. There is also a flag down at the 45-yard line out in the backfield of the original play. So that deep pass to Samis Walker is negated. That's a major penalty.
Now, I believe there were 2 flags on the play. They called defensive holding and the offensive holding, and then they're just going to redo the down. I believe that's what's happening because they did not move the ball back.
That's true.
And it's still second down.
Yeah, the ball is still marked at the 47. It remains second down and 15. So I think you're right, Jay. I think they called offsetting penalties there. It's a full house formation again for Lawrence. Bates in the shotgun, takes a snap, gonna look to throw. This time on the right side going deep, and the pass is well overthrown. Intended for Brendan Doherty, but a flag comes in on this one, and I think they're gonna get United for another pass interference call.
There was a little bit of bumping there. I think he kind of hit him with a hip check maybe. It wasn't intentional, but I think they just kind of collided, but they threw the flag, and we are going to move we're chatting again. The referee, okay, there it is. There it is. Defensive pass interference, first down for Lawrence. That's how you put the win back in the seals.
So penalties certainly becoming a factor here in the first half of this game. The ball is going to be moved out across midfield and down to inside the 40. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 38-yard line officially of United. So it's a...
There's still confusion. I believe that it's not a first down.
It should be. It's a 15. It was a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference.
You know, we're figuring it out.
Yeah, the referees certainly have not been necessarily on their A game in terms of getting us some signals because, I mean, no argument really against any of the calls that have been made, but we're having some trouble spotting the ball. It's being placed right now at the 37-yard line of United. Now they move it back to the 38. That's, I think, correct, because if it was pass interference, It would be a 15-yard penalty. And now they're going to move the chains, and I think we've got everything figured out. It's a first down for the Cardinals after a bit of a delay.
So, Jordan, can we recap all that? I don't think we have the time to, but first down for Lawrence, and let's go play football again.
That's the gist of it. First down for the Cardinals on the 38. Bates in the shotgun with just one running back on his right, 2 receivers to the left side of the line. This is a pass to the left side for Pitts Parker, and he drops it. There wouldn't have been much there anyways, even if he made the catch, as Will Carter was bearing down on him. It's going to make it 2nd and 10.
His feet left before his hands did. He wanted to run but didn't have the ball yet. And, you know, here's one thing I will say for Dane Bates. He had the big connection that was negated on that penalty. But you've seen that he's wanting to come out here and throw the ball. And he might as well keep doing it. Keep throwing the ball. You're moving your team. That was the most excitement we've seen on this Lawrence sideline for the most part all season. That big shot to Samis that got called back. Yeah, so might as well keep throwing that ball.
I think that pass, even though obviously it was brought back on the penalty, kind of instilled some confidence into Rob Radisson. He's letting Bates throw it around a little bit here. It's 2nd and 10. They put Pitts Parker in motion. They are going to keep it with Bates running up the middle, bounces off a tackle, and is able to carry it out across the 25, going to be close to a first down. They're going to give it to him. And so Dane Bates, this time, with all the passes he was able to complete, that opens up the QB draw game after a play action, and they move the chains out to the 24.
He's a running back too, and he said, listen, just because I throw the ball today doesn't mean I can't run it. And I saw him go over there to Coach Radis after that play that was dropped by Pitts Parker, and it looked like he called his own number. He was like, listen, I can just run. I'll just take it myself. Picks up a first, and he's playing with a little bit of swag right now, a little bit of confidence, and I like it.
Lawrence trailing in this game 14-0, so if they could find a way to get it into the end zone here, that would be huge. And this time, before the snap is away, we're going to have another flag. and this is going to be a false start going against Lawrence.
I just think that Lawrence was just a little too excited and wanted to start moving before the ball was snapped. Of course, unfortunately, the student section is not here to tell me that they can't do that. But it was a penalty. They cannot do that. Back this ball up. It'll be first down. We'll just replay it. But for Dane Bates' drive, which has been very penalty-ridden, he's been looking good. This drive has been really good for him. He's been throwing the ball. He's been, running it himself, getting it around, getting to everybody. And they got away from that full house look. Now they're in shotgun.
Yeah, Bates in the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side of the line. United shows pressure. They bring it off the left side. Bates looking to throw deep down the field for the end zone, and it is incomplete. And a flag comes in on this one. Looked like he was going for Brendan Doherty right around the pylon, and I think they're going to get United for another pass interference call, and that they will.
Every time this ball's been put in the air, it's a car crash at the end. It's somebody's hitting somebody, and I know if you're United, you have to be so frustrated. Some of these penalties, you're probably saying, listen, that's not a penalty. That one was. The referee said it was, so we're going to go with what they say, but that's got to be really annoying as it brings up in the 1st and 10. You just don't get the chance to play the game you want when the game is so slowed down for your defense, who's also been on the field for the good amount of time.
Yeah, ball will be placed at the 13-yard line officially of United after the 15-yard penalty. Again, 2 receivers on each side of the line. Bates in the shotgun. They put Pitts Parker in motion running left. Bates is going to keep it going to his left, and he's able to carry it inside the 10 down to around the 7. And it's going to make it 2nd down and medium as the clock winds down now to 3:50 to play in the half. And the Cardinals, this is really the best drive I think we've seen of them all season. Lots of plays, obviously penalty aided, but they're going quickly now. Bates in the shotgun. Again, 2 receivers each side of the line. They put Pitts Parker in motion to his left. Again, Bates is going to keep this one running up the middle. He's going to be very close to the goal line. They're going to give him a first down out to the 2. And so it's going to make it 1st and goal as the Cardinals are threatening to put some points up on the board.
Hey, I'm going to say it right now. I think that we're getting a sneak. You're right there. You have Dane Bates. Coach Radis is calling his guys off the field, and we have a time out, which means don't miss a quarter of Lawrence High School football on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. Plug into the action using your mobile device. Download our free app. Search WRRC1 in the Apple and Google Play stores to listen to every Cardinals game all season and the biggest hits and best variety on your smartphone, tablet, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.
Well, ball will be placed at the 2 once we come back here from this timeout. And like you said, Jay, they're going to have 4 chances to punch this one in. Got to believe that this is going to be 4-down territory. Cardinals are threatening here to score for the first time in a first half of a game this season. They trail this one 14-0, 3:22 to play until halftime, and the Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half. They won the coin toss and deferred. So this is a big chance here for Lawrence, as they've got an opportunity here to punch it in, make it a 1-possession game as they are back from timeout.
I want to see what formation they come out in, because I think it's going to be very heavy, and that's what it's looking like early.
Yeah, they're going to line Bates up under the center. This could be a QB sneak. It is. They're going to try to push him into the end zone, and no signal. The ball is on the ground.
Who has that ball?
Referees calling for the clock to be stopped, and United thinks they have it. Still no signal.
We have a touchdown signal by a Lawrence player and high fives for United.
Referees in discussion here. The ball came out. I think the discussion here is whether or not it came out before or after Bates crossed the goal line. Coach Radis is all the way out inside the numbers asking about this call. Referees still in discussion here. This would be big if it was a turnover. That would be
very big.
An absolute crusher for the Cardinals as they got all the way down inside their own 5. And they're going to call it 2nd down. So I guess they're going to say Dane Bates did not cross the goal line but he was down before the ball came out, so it's 2nd and 1. Cardinals going into some hurry up. Dane Bates looks like they're going to run the same play. They try to QB sneak it on 1st down.
Seems like there's still a lot of I'm sorry, they're talking to the coach right now for United. I think that he's confused on what happened too, because there was a lot of confusion, but let's go play football.
Bill Furlong, the coach for United, came out there and was in discussion, but it looks like we've got it all figured out now. It's going to be 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Bates is going to line up under center. We'll see if they go for a QB sneak here. They do. Bates pushing his way forward, and he is in. Touchdown Cardinals. It's a 14-6 game, and what a drive led by Dane Bates.
He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's sitting there, trying to get the fans up. They don't need any prompting. They're here. They're up outside on this Friday night. A very beautiful night and a very beautiful drive for the Lawrence Cardinals as they set up for this extra point.
So with 2:55 here to go in the 2nd quarter, that's the first time the Cardinals have scored at home this season. Vlado Nikolov, the kicker, out looking to add the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:55 to go until halftime, the Cardinals have made this a 14-7 game and are trying to flip some momentum here. Dane Bates, along with Carmelo Thompson, trying to get this Cardinals sideline into it, trying to get the fans into it, and I think the touchdown really has done just that.
Listen, this is a lot of emotion on this Lawrence sideline. These fans came out here supporting their team. Got through their first week of school. You might as well come out here and support your fellow classmates. But if you're Lawrence, a stop here is huge. You can get this ball back and maybe put up some more points and only be down 4, maybe be tied, maybe be up 1. There's a lot of scenarios that go into it. You could also be down. We hope that doesn't happen. But it's going to be a very important drive for the defense, and especially for United for their offense, as they're not getting the ball until the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Cardinals will get the ball again at the start of the 3rd quarter after winning the kickoff, or after winning the coin toss. It's a 14-7 game, and while we were in that little bit of a break there, the cheerleaders, looks like they did 7 push-ups for the points that were scored. Let's hope they have to do some more push-ups as this game goes along, because Lawrence still trailing in this one, about set to kick the ball away to West Windsor-Plainsboro United. It's an onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by the Cardinals. How about that? That was very close to not allowing the ball to get the allotted 10 yards, but they say that it was recovered by Joel Caesar across the 50, and the Cardinals are going to get their offense right back on the field.
Jordan, where's the student section at? Because I don't know if they're allowed to do that, because they pretty much were huddled up. They all ran towards the ball. The call-off kicked it, and then United was so confused, the ball went past their first line of defenders. They scoop it back up. Great play design by Coach Radis, or whoever drew it up in that coaching huddle for Lawrence, but they just got this ball back with 2:48 left, and they have a chance to do a little bit more damage on this scoreboard.
Yeah, Rob Radis rolling the dice. They marked the ball at the 48 of United, so it did get that allotted 10 yards that you need to be able to recover an onside kick. Dane Bates in the offense back out there, looking to tie the game now. Full house set. Bates going to look to throw deep down the sideline for Walker, and it's incomplete. Good defense there by Will Carter. The pass was a little bit too far to the inside, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, but I think Dane Bates is feeling it a little bit.
Dane Bates has a lot of confidence right now. Yeah, I think you saw it after that big play to Samis that got called back. I think he's playing with a little bit of just a chip on his shoulder. He's like, yeah, I can do it all, and he wants to show everybody that he can. We mentioned it back when we interviewed him in the first LHS MVP, and he was just like, it'd be nice to go out and get one of my boys. He seems a very team-oriented player, and we're seeing it right now. He's trying to get everybody involved and, of course, lead his team to a victory.
Well, Bates in the shotgun with 2 receivers on each side of the line. In the backfield with him is Bega. They're going to run it with Bates up the middle, and he's going to be able to carry it out to about the 44 before he's brought down by a pile of United players. It's going to make it 3rd down and 6 with 2:26 to play in the first half.
Another QB run by Dane Bates. I like the call. I like that he's pretty much calling his own number. Maybe coach is calling it for him, but he's right now a dual threat. He can pass and he can run, and it's key. Like I said earlier, for United, when they had Lawrence on their toes, it seems like the opposite. We see some hands on the hips for United. Their defense has been out there for 2 consecutive drives to pick up a first down. They'll be on this field for almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, 3rd and 6, under 2 to play. United shows pressure. They fake it. This pass is caught on the right side by Doherty, who turns it upfield. He's able to get it out to the 40-yard line. It's going to make it 4th down and 2. And Dane Bates coming over to the sideline here to talk with his head coach, and Rob Radis immediately says, hey, stay out there. We're going for this.
Coach, it was almost like they were in sync. He was like, you know what we're doing? And then Dane turned right back around to get right back in that huddle. Good pass play. I like the design of that screen. Got Doherty a little bit outside, down the field.
And 4th down and 1 from the 39, they mark it. Bates looking to throw on the left side for Walker, who makes the catch, and he's going to be tackled around the 40, so he does not pick up the first down. They try that same screen play, but this time to the left side, and it does not work out. And so it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Cardinals. I do like Coach Radis rolling the dice here in this game, but that time it does not work, and it's going to mean that Connor Sadaraju and the West Windsor-Plainsboro United offense is going to head back out there. They're going to have the ball on their own 41-yard line with 1:13 to play. They have 2 timeouts remaining here, and you got to believe that they're going to look to punch this ball in before halftime and get back up by 2 possessions.
So much just flipped for them as they snap this ball.
Sadaraju running to his left, turns it upfield, going to run it himself. He's out across the 45, and then tackled by a couple of Cardinals right there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and medium. And it looks like we're going to have an injury timeout here, as there is an injured Cardinal on the field.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Obviously, Francis Gage down for this game with the upper body injury. Javier Sunda, who we saw earlier today, come out as an honorary captain, lost for the year, and it does look like the player is now up and walking under his own power, so that's good to see.
Very good to see. Too early in the season, and also in these young men's lives to have these type of injuries. Never want to see an injured player. Always scary, but he seems okay. Talked to a few of his teammates, handshaking, high-fiving, all that, so getting some water, so hopefully he'll be okay.
He's walking under his own power, and he's heading over to the sideline. Doesn't look like he's going to be attended to by any of the trainers, which is good. It's 2nd down and 6, 1:02 to play in the first half. Ball on the 46 of United. Connor Sadaraju in the shotgun, going to look down the left sideline, and it's incomplete. That time going for Xavier Chowdhury.
There was a flag thrown, and if you looked on this Lawrence sideline, you see a little bit of confusion on where it was. I'm assuming that they're going to call this pass interference, as I did not see it, but a lot of flags. Referees are making this game a little bit about themselves.
Yeah, this penalty is going to go against the Cardinals, so it's going to be another Cardinal penalty that brings up a first down for United. They're going to call the pass interference and move the ball out to the 39 of Lawrence. And so with 52 seconds to play until halftime, now in plus territory is United. Sadaraju is going to come out in the shotgun again, empty backfield, trips formation to the left on the far side of the field. Sadaraju takes a snap, fires over the middle. That pass is caught by Ryan Beskey, dragging Jacob Bega with him all the way out to the 10-yard line. So into the red zone now is United, and they're going to have it 1st and goal here with 44 seconds to play. And now Coach Bill Furlong will use his 2nd timeout of the half to stop the clock.
That was a very good pass, but there are a whole lot of ways to listen to the Lawrence Cardinals on 107.7 The Bronx. Download our TuneIn and Odyssey apps to hear both the biggest hits and best variety and Cardinals high school football. Find 107.7 The Bronx using the search bar on both TuneIn and Odyssey. Very good play by Sadaraju, very good pass. Put that ball only where his guy could get it. And this is probably not how you wanted your defense to end this half, especially because they are in not only field goal territory, but the red zone. So going to have to see a lot of tightening up, hopefully a takeaway for the Lawrence Cardinals. And if you're United, you're going to find a way. You're going to try and find a way to punch this ball. Then you have one timeout left and 40 seconds.
We've seen the Cardinals. They've already got one red zone interception in this game by Gio Ruiz, and another one here would be much needed, as United will have this ball first and goal from the 10, leading this one 14-7, 44 seconds to play until halftime. They're down to just one timeout remaining. And Sadaraju is going to line up in the shotgun in empty formation again. Takes a snap, looking right, firing that way. The pass is caught by Malachi Jeffers-Vieira, and he's in for his second touchdown of the game.
Jeffers-Vieira really just found the hole in the zone, kind of ran a little slant up into the goal line, and Sadaraju put the ball perfectly into his hands. Quick touchdown, and like I said, probably not how Lawrence wanted to end this half, especially when they had the ball, and now we're kicking an extra point for United.
So a quick drive that started back on their own 41 for United, as Davenport Bray's kick is up and good. It makes it 21-7, but they're able to go right down the field and build their lead back up to 14. Cardinals will still have a little bit of time. There's 39 seconds on the clock before halftime, and they will get the ball to start the second half as well. And now maybe you hope for a good return on this ensuing kickoff and try to set the Cardinals up with good field position.
You know, anything can happen. This is high school football. A kick return, so a couple blocks go your way. You know, maybe you get a Hail Mary that gets tipped up and you catch it. You could really end this half with points, especially with some timeouts. So there is a chance for Lawrence to go put up points. It's not the biggest deal if you can't, but it would be great for you to do as you get ball at half. That's the best part about getting the ball at half. You statistically have more possessions than your opponent. And you saw that when they recovered the onside kick, they had a chance to tie this game up, pretty much end the half, and come back and get the ball, which would have been a 14-point swing. Instead, it's a 7-point swing the other way, or I guess 14-point swing the other way. And now Lawrence is going to have to go and play down 2 touchdowns instead of being tied.
And I will say that touchdown has kind of quieted this Lawrence crowd, as Davenport Bray has the ball set up on the tee at the 40, runs up and kicks it away. It's towards the middle of the field, going to be fielded and then bobbled by Josh Chalitska, picks it up, takes it out across the 20, out across the 25, and is able to bring it out across the 30 to the 31. So not bad field position here for the Cardinals. This is about where they started one of their earlier drives, and they're going to have 31 seconds here to at least try to get into field goal range.
Listen, I can't blame Vega, because as he was catching that kick, the marching band for United played a note. I guess they all played a note, and it kind of caught him off guard, hit him in his chest. Great wherewithal with him to pick the ball up and just, pick up yards, as many as he could, and it's going to give Dane Bates something to work with to start this drive.
Well, they officially mark it at the 32. Dane Bates takes his wristband off and then lines up in the shotgun with 3 receivers on the right side of the line. Bates takes a snap, running to the right, now going to turn it upfield and put his shoulder down into a defender and get it out to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 3.
He wanted to put that young man into the ground, and I thought that was kind of disrespectful from Dane Bates. But, I mean, hey, we're playing football. Got to get hit or make a hit, one of the two. And we have whistles.
Yeah, Rob Radis going to use one of his remaining timeouts. There's 11 seconds on the clock.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So Cardinals in their huddle now, breaking it. 11 seconds to play here in the first half. They trail this one 21-7, as United was able to go down the field on their previous drive, punch it in the end zone on a 10-yard hookup between Connor Sadaraju and Malachi Jeffers-Vieira. But now Dane Bates back out there in the shotgun. They're going to line up 3 on the left side of the line this time. And got to figure maybe one play here to the sideline and then try a Hail Mary or try some laterals. Second down and 6. Bates takes a snap, and a flag comes in as they're going to blow this play dead. And it's a false start going against the Cardinals. So, man, they're having some major penalty problems here in the first half after we kind of sang their praises a little bit, only committing 1 penalty in the first 2 games.
Like I said, everybody loves laundry day. Clearly the refs do. They have a lot of dirty laundry they're trying to get rid of. Or I guess they're making the laundry dirty as they keep throwing it on the ground. But let's try this again. Second down.
Yeah, it makes a 2nd down and 11. From the 31, Bates takes the snap, fires it over the middle, incomplete, going for Brendan Doherty. He was held, and a flag is going to come in, and this is going to be a penalty going against United.
I wonder if I throw my laundry out there, if they'll clean it for me. There's been a lot of refereeing and not a lot of football. I would love to see the split on refereeing in football, but I think I know what the percentages would look like. And it's really just annoying to play every single time the play gets stopped, the clock gets stopped. 6 seconds left in this half, and it's kind of dragging a little bit. And I know if you're Lawrence, you'll take the penalties that are for you, not the ones against you, same with United, but you want to go put points up, and you really can't, especially if the referees are making it more about them and not about the players.
So they do call it a 15-yard pass interference penalty. It went against David Ridley, who's had just a heck of a season so far. Ridley in the last game against Hamilton West, 13 total tackles, but he's penalized there. Ball's at the 46 of Lawrence with 6 seconds to play in the second half. 2 receivers on each side of the line. They're going to try a Hail Mary. Bates is going to heave it down the field towards the 20. It's intercepted by Will Carter. He's going to have to return this back for it to mean anything. Turns it upfield around the 25. A flag comes in well in front of the play. Another flag comes in as Carter is tackled out of bounds at the 35. That's going to end the first half of action. There's a Cardinal down on the field. We'll check the penalties here.
So 2 penalties that came flying out of nowhere. First off, very good interception. Kind of caught that with his fingertips, but 2 flags. We're going to check them and see what it looks like. It looks like, I don't know if we're going to have.
Looks like United is coming off the field. There's a Lawrence Cardinal down. Clock is at 000. It's 21-7 United, as it looks like that last play is going to take us into halftime.
So
with the Cardinals trailing at 21-7. Go ahead, Jay.
I was just going to say, probably not the way Dane Bates wanted to end his half, but the half is, well, we're chatting again.
Yeah, and that, of course, is, though, the risk with trying that Hail Mary. Bates wasn't able to get the ball quite to the end zone. He got it to about the 20, which is where it was intercepted. Both teams are now coming off the field, so we have reached halftime from Lawrence High School with the Cardinals on the wrong end of a 21-7 score. They will receive the second half kickoff, and we're going to be back with our Lawrence Cardinals halftime show right after this, and we'll be right back with more Lawrence High School Cardinals football right here on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
High School Marching Cardinal Band consists of 48 students who rehearse twice each week from August through October. The group is the spirit of Lawrence Township and performs at all football games, various district and community events, and several local parades. We are proud to present our 2023 field show, Pictures at Bald Mountain. The music is composed by Randall Sandridge, with show by Allison Polsky, choreography by Andrea Mayer and Allison Polsky. Staff includes Ken Bergen and the Director of Instrumental Music at Lawrence High School, Mr. Michael Drovich. Student leaders are Bryce Bandon, Julia Zacone, Gladys Coronado, Kieran Hanna, and Amy Hernandez Montepecan. The group is led on the field by our senior drum major, Ms. Ria Sharma. The group would like to thank Dr. Dave Adam and the Lawrence Township community for their continued support and are proud to be performing in this season's tournament of bands. We hope you enjoy Pictures at Bald Mountain.
Put your hands together for your Lawrence High School Band, directed by Mr. Jordan.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, start of the second half. Back deep for the Cardinals.
You will.
Isaac Partner.
Someone hit Magnus in the knee. So wait,
We're back from halftime here as we are also back with LHS football and your 2023 NAB Marconi Radio Award nominee for College Radio Station of the Year. It's 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. The second half kickoff is away and returned by Samise Walker out to the 26-yard line. Cardinals will get the ball trailing by 14, 21-7 the score. And Dane Bates on the offense back out there again. If you're just joining us, Dane Bates is the quarterback for this game for the Cardinals, as Francis Gage out with an upper body injury. Bates has looked pretty good so far, and he's going to look to build on a solid first half and look to lead a comeback here in the second half.
Hey, he was really stinging that ball in the second quarter. I'm excited to see what Coach Radis has drawn up for him and the rest of the squad for this second half. I think that we're going to see a little bit more confidence. They're only down 14 points, so they have a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Let's see what they can do with it.
Cardinals are going from right to left. Bates in the shotgun with two backs on either side. Bates going to run it, has some room to the left at the 30, out to the 35. He's got a first down out towards the 40-yard line before being forced out by Connor Sataraju, excuse me. So one quarterback meets the other there, but it's not after Bates picks up a first down.
Bates took someone with him on that run. I don't know if you saw it, but I mean, he just ran through a guy and then tried to take two more with him. I don't know, but he's playing with a little bit of passion after that run. He looked like he wanted to flex a little bit on those guys, and that's what happens when you're just a little bit bigger than the other guys. You know, you gotta throw your weight around a little bit, Bates. I like it.
Well, he's in the shotgun again with two receivers on the right side of the line and two backs on either side of him again. Ball on the 40. Bates is going to run it up the middle this time. He's able to get out across the 45 and take it down to around the 47 or 48-yard line. So another good run by Dane Bates here on this first down. It's going to make it second down and 2.
Yeah, just kept it himself, saw an opening, found that little hole. And right now, I will say this. There hasn't been a lot of run success on the season, but they're starting to gash a little bit, gash this defensive line for United, and I'm starting to think that maybe they didn't get the rest they needed in halftime.
Again, two backs with Dane Bates. Isaac Pitts-Parker moves from the right side of the line to the left, and now they motion him back towards the right. They're going to hand it off to him on the jet sweep, looking for a lane. Is able to find one and turn it upfield for a first down. How about that play by Isaac Pitts-Parker, as it looked like he was going to be stopped well behind the line and instead was able to get around the defenders and pick up a first down.
I thought he ran out of running room. There was really nowhere to go. Actually, there was a missed block for Lawrence, and that's what kind of had, a few white jerseys for United around Pitts-Parker. He found a little groove to get through, slid through it, and picked up the first down.
Well, a whole ton of substitutions here for the Cardinals. Pitts-Parker comes off, Jack Dunn comes off, and Brendan Doherty comes off.
And still some more substitutions.
Yeah, coming on now is James Lyons. He's going to go line up in the backfield with Dane Bates. Jacob Bega also in there. Bates in the shotgun, takes a snap, running forward. It's another QB draw play, and he's able to lower his shoulder and gain about 3 and make it 2nd down and 7, 9:40 to play in the 3rd.
I think Coach Radis liked a lot of the run scheming that he's been doing with Bates, knowing that he's a running back, knowing that he's a bigger back, and he's playing quarterback. That was a lot of backs in that sentence, but he's rolling with this guy right now, and I like that he's instilling in him a lot of the confidence and saying, bro, however you want to play this game, go out and play it. I'm going to be behind you 110%. And you can see this confidence is kind of oozing off of Dane Bates right now.
Yeah, 2nd down and 7, ball on the 42 of United. Again, 2 backs in the backfield with Bates. He puts Nick Bonskowitz in motion, takes a snap, running to the left as Bates out across the 40, stiff arms the player, and is forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and that gets a roar from this Lawrence crowd.
We have an injured player. Very angry run by Dane Bates as the starting players take a knee. Dane Bates is playing with a whole lot of confidence right now.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
We're still waiting on confirmation on if this player is okay, as they're getting him up as I speak.
Yeah, it is a player for United who is walking off under his own power. He was down on the Lawrence Cardinals sideline, so walking all the way across the field now with no help, which is good to see.
There's
3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. Excited to see what they have lined up for this one. They've been pretty good on 3rd downs today. They've been really good in short down and distance, especially in the 2nd quarter, converting a few 4th downs not going their way, but they have a lot of confidence, like I said, and I think that we're going to see either another Dane Bates run. I would be surprised if they air this ball out, maybe another screen, something out in the flat just to get a few of these guys involved.
The ball is on the left hash. Bates in the shotgun. Again, 2 running backs on either side of him, 2 wide receivers on the right side of the line. Bates takes a snap on 3rd and 3, looking for a lane. He's going to run up the middle, and he's going to pick up the 1st down out across the 35-yard line out to the 34, so they'll move the chains. And another good QB run there by Dane Bates.
Remember when I said in the 1st quarter that Lawrence was getting a little too one-dimensional with the full house? They've actually gotten away from it a little bit, and they have still stuck with the Dane Bates runs. They've just done it out of shotgun and other different formations, and it's been working for them. They're putting together a really good drive. This is, of course, their scripted drive out of the half, but whatever Coach Radis told his boys in that locker room, it's been working out for them, and they look really good in this 1st drive.
Yeah, and so far it's been a heavy dose of Dane Bates on the ground. Again, they'll line up in the same formation here as the last play. 2 running backs on either side of Bates and 2 receivers on the right side of the line. And before the ball is snapped, we've got whistles and a flag. And they're going to call delay of game here going against the Cardinals. So the first flag of the 2nd half. Didn't take us that long to get there, just over 4 minutes in. It goes against the Cardinals. It's going to back this play up to the 43-yard line and bring up 1st and 15.
Well, you welcome back everybody from half. Did you welcome back the refs? Because they are here and making their presence known once again. But like I said, football's a great game. There's multiple downs, so let's try this one more time as it's 1st and long.
Yeah, 1st and 15, same setup. Bates takes a snap, this time going to look to throw. Pass is tipped and then caught by Samis Walker along the left side. Man, Malachi Jeffers Vieira looked like he had an interception right in his hands. It goes right through his hands and right into the hands of Samis Walker, who's got a good pickup on 1st down. It's going to make it 2nd down and 7.
Talk about right place and the right time for both players. Jeffers Vieira was right there, had the ball in his hand, fingertips clasped around it, just couldn't bring it in. And then Samis Walker being able to be right there for the tip and catch it and gain some yards.
Same setup here as Bates going to now run up the middle again. And it takes a couple of United players to bring him down out around the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 26, and it's going to make it 3rd and 2.
So what went from 1st and 15 turned into 3rd and short very quickly for Lawrence. And this is what we have not seen from them. We've seen them get backed up and not be able to get the yards back. They have a chance to go put up another 1st down and keep this drive alive. And like I said, they're running this with a lot of confidence, and it feels like this game has been in their favor, although they're still down 14. seems like they know what they're doing a lot more.
You got to believe this is 4-down territory. Bates in the shotgun, takes the snap, going to look to run up the middle, finds a hole on the right side of the line, and is able to carry it forward for another first down.
Oh, a heavy dose of Dane Bates. I think that's what you said earlier, and they're not shying away from it. Dane looks like he's still ready to go. He looks like he wants to keep running, and he doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon. And maybe that's scary for those guys over there in United. They don't want to tackle this man. He's a big guy. He's a lot faster than he looks. And I think that they're, like I said, hands on the hips, hands on the knees. They don't want to play right now. They've been worn out since the second quarter. They didn't get the rest they wanted at halftime, and it's showing right now.
Yeah, he's been getting the ball, has Bates, and it's just been full steam ahead here on this first drive of the second half. Bates in the shotgun. Now he's going to look to throw on the left side for Walker. He's got it on the jump and met immediately by a trio of United players after a short gain on first down.
I like the idea of just getting the ball out to the flat, not trying to be a little too one-dimensional, but, you know, we are on second. We're in second down inside the 20-yard line. I want to see if they try and put this ball, you know, over the middle a little bit, see if they can spread it out a little bit more. I'm, of course, not against the running. I think we might see a run here, but maybe a handoff, not a QB draw or anything like that. 2nd
down and 7. We've hit the halfway point of the third quarter. Bates in the shotgun, going to look to throw on the left side. Pump fakes, now goes to the end zone for Doherty, and it's incomplete. Well covered there was Doherty by Will Carter, and the pass falls incomplete out of bounds, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
Not much there in terms of room. I mean, it was a sideline, a pylon, and a defender, so not much room for Doherty to go up and be great and make a catch. He went up like Odell. Of course, did not have the same success as he did, but brings up 3rd down. And, of course, if you're Coach Radish, you don't want to stall here and end up kicking 3 or going 3 and out. So you're going to have to find a way to go and put points up, or at least convert this first down so that you have a chance to put points up.
3rd and 7, ball on the left hash. Bates with 2 running backs on either side of him again. 2 receivers on the right side of the line. Bates takes the snap, looking to run. He breaks 1 tackle in the backfield, puts his shoulder down, and is able to pick up about 4 or 5. It's going to bring up 4th and short. And now we'll see if Rob Radis continues to play this one aggressively here, as it's going to be officially 4th down and 2 from the 12-yard line, maybe the 13.
I think they're about to go out there and go for this again. And I like the call. 4th and 1, you're down 14. You might as well try and go get something, keep this drive alive, keep that spark going. I would not be surprised if we get another Dane Bates run up the middle. It's worked all night for them for the most part, at least in the second quarter and third quarter so far. So might as well go right back to it.
4th down and 2. Rob Radis leaving the offense out there. Bates in the shotgun. Going to look to run it up the middle. He does. He's met close to the line to gain. Bates comes out of the pile limping a little bit. And we're going to see if they give him the first down. They will. So Bates able to pick up the first down out to exactly the line to gain of the 10. It's going to make it 1st and goal. And Bates slowly walking over towards the sideline, looking like he's just going to get his play and stay in the game.
That's a tough young man right there. And Coach Radis actually gave the play through his substitution. And now we're going to get a play call. I like the play call there. I called it. It was a Dane Bates run, found a seam, found a little hole, got in there and picked up the first down.
Well, it's 1st and goal now. 4:19 to play in the 3rd. This is still the opening drive of the half for the Cardinals. Bates in the shotgun. Jacob Bega lined up on his right. Samise Walker split out wide to the left. And now whistles here and a timeout called by Lawrence.
Don't we all love whistles? Well, don't miss a quarter of Lawrence High School football on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC FM. Plug into the action using your mobile device. Download our free app. Search WRRC1 in the Apple and Google Play stores to listen to every Cardinals game all season and the biggest hits and best variety on your smartphone, tablet, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Well, thank you. And something we were talking about earlier today was that first game of the NFL season yesterday, and I mentioned Jahmyr Gibbs, who looks like he's going to be a problem. He's really tough to tackle there. It was his first game in the NFL last night, and Dane Bates kind of reminds me a little bit of him because it's taken 2, 3, and sometimes 4 United players to bring him down today. He's back out there in the shotgun with a running back on either side of him and 2 wide receivers on the right side. They'll put Pitts Parker in motion to the left. Bates going to keep this one, and then he's dragged down behind the line by David Ridley.
Not really sure if that was just a broken play. It seemed like no one really blocked for him, and it's the first real play that's going backwards in terms of lost yardage. That wasn't in a penalty, but we're going to see what Coach Radis comes up with this second down. I feel like you're going to have to put this ball into the end zone. One thing that I was thinking of is that if they run this clock too much, it may come back to hurt them in the fourth if, the clock keeps running and they can't necessarily stop the clock as they wanted to.
Bates in the shotgun, this time just a single back. Bates looking to throw, passes tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Samis Walker, who's on the ground now in the end zone, struggling to get up. And we're going to have an injury timeout here with 3:18 to play in the third quarter. Dane Bates also on a knee. And now he's back up, fortunately. Samis Walker being attended to.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
The injured player is up on his feet.
Yeah, walking very slowly over towards the sideline.
But we'll wait for him to get to the sideline and get to any assistance that he may need. And we're going to hopefully get back to playing this game.
Yeah, Bates is back out there as the quarterback. He's going to line up in the shotgun on 3rd down and goal from the 14-yard line. 3 receivers this time on the right side of the line. 1 lone receiver on the left side. That's Brendan Doherty. Bates in the shotgun. Play action, throwing for Doherty on that left side, and it's intercepted by Will Carter in the end zone. He's going to return it out of the end zone, out to the 10, to the 20, going down the sideline, and he's forced out by Jacob Bega out across the 35 at the 39 of Lawrence. So a long drive that lasted almost 9 minutes here for the Cardinals will end in an interception in the end zone by Will Carter and United.
Very good play by Will Carter. Kind of read Doherty's eyes, it looked like, and just turned perfectly. Ball was right in his chest. Makes a really good interception. And now United has a chance to kind of put this game not necessarily out of reach or to bed, but they're going to look really good if they can put another touchdown up on this board. And good for them because their defense was struggling at least to catch their breath. They had been out there for almost the entirety of that third quarter, so good for them to at least get off the field and to give them a chance to go put some more points up.
That was Will Carter's 2nd interception of the game as Satiraju now in the shotgun, takes a snap, throws high, looking on the left side there for Michael Aravallo.
Satiraju low-key wanted to give that ball right back. Good thing that there was no other red jerseys in the area, but it was a simple pass to the flat, a little too high. Looked like if there were any other Cardinals in the area, that could have been chance for 6, but it'll bring up 2nd down, and we'll see what the United has in store for this Lawrence Cardinals defense.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 now after the incompletion. The ball's on the right hash, and United's going from left to right. We're at 3:02 to play in the third quarter. Empty backfield for Satiraju. Cover 0 for the Cardinals. Satiraju takes a snap, looking long down the right side. Single coverage. It's Malachi Jeffers Vieira making the catch. He's at the 20. He's down to the 10, and he's tackled inside the 10 by Gio Ruiz. But not after a long completion there on 2nd and 10. It's going to set United up inside the red zone at 1st and goal from the 6 they mark it.
So when Satiraju first threw that ball, I believe that Gio had the best shot at it. And then he kind of got lost. I don't know if he was looking for the ball, if he was looking for Vieira Jeffers, but he kind of got lost in something, spun around, and Malachi was really just there to just make the catch and keep going. He would have had a touchdown, but really good makeup speed by Gio to get back and make a tackle. And right now, knocking on the door of putting another touchdown on the board and going up 3 scores.
Well, Satiraju and the offense now, they're going to be set up on the right hash in the red zone on the 6-yard line with 2:26 and counting to play in the third. A touchdown here or even a field goal obviously would make this a 3-possession game. Sadaraju in the shotgun takes a snap, hands it off to Beskey, who runs up the middle and runs into a swarm of Cardinals. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage there. It's going to make it 2nd down and goal from the 6.
Yeah, no real running room there. Really good defense by Lawrence to get up and stuff that run. Their run defense has been pretty stout for the first 3 games of the season. I have, you know, been the one that's saying they've done a really good job on that, and it's kind of eliminating the big plays. They've been giving up a lot of big plays, deep shots down the field, long runs, but when they can kind of get down to the nitty-gritty, they've had pretty good run defense. Okay tackling at times, not the greatest, but it's early. We're still going through the growing pains and learning curves.
Sadaraju in the shotgun with Beskey on his right. That's who they give it to. Runs up the middle. He's got a hole, and he's into the end zone for another United touchdown, and that makes it a 27-7 game late in the 3rd.
Delayed handoff kind of got everybody out of their run fits, and easy little scamper for 6, and United is feeling very United right now as they are up almost, well, they are up 3 possessions, but they're going to have a chance to go up 21, and it's going to be a very difficult task for this Lawrence High School football team to make a comeback.
Charlie Davenport Bray on for the extra point. High snap, gets it down now, and the kick is up, and it's good. So it's now a 28-7 United lead with 1:23 to play in the 3rd. Of course, the big play of that drive was the deep pass down the right sideline by Sadaraju to Malachi Jeffers Vieira, who now has 2 touchdowns in this game and a deep hookup.
Yeah, they're playing over there in United. They are definitely going out to play. They got their defense their defense got themselves off the field with the interception. Their offense goes down, puts another touchdown on the board, and now if you're Lawrence, you're looking around like we had a chance to be tied at halftime to being down with a minute 23, or I'm sorry, down 21 with a minute 23 left in this 3rd quarter. There's a lot of head scratching over there. You know, offensively, the guys are going to have to figure out what they can do, what they want to do. They're probably going to have to get away from the running, but still some time in this game to make some noise.
Well, and again, that you kind of look at that last possession there by United as kind of a 14-point swing after the interception in the end zone by Will Carter on the drive by Lawrence that took nearly 9 minutes off the clock. And then they go right down and score on their end. The kickoff is away. It's going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line. Running up the middle is Pitts Parker, and he's dragged down around the 32. The ball came out. No whistles. Now we've got whistles as Will Carter came out of the pile with it and ran it into the end zone, but there was a whistle, and I think that Pitts Parker was down before the ball came out.
Yes, I believe you're right, Jordan. I believe they said he was down. Pitts Parker, again, like I said, very fast. Sometimes it looks like he just runs a little bit faster than he knows where he's going. His legs are moving, and he ran into a couple of his own guys, but or maybe he's too fast for his own team. Maybe that could also be the potential, but they're going to get a chance to go and try and march this ball down the field, hopefully as quickly as possible, so they can put another 6 up and trim this to a 14-point game.
Well, yeah, now you're kind of at the point for Lawrence that you've got to be thinking touchdown here on every drive. They trail it by 21 late in the 3rd. Dane Bates, who got his ankle taped up on the sideline during that last United possession, is back out there as the quarterback. Of course, he's filling in for Francis Gage, who has an upper body injury that he suffered against Hopewell Valley last week. So Bates toughing this one out, back out there in the huddle. Ball is placed officially at the 31-yard line. He's got James Lyons on his left and Jacob Bega on his right. They'll put Nick Bonchkowitz in motion, give it to him on the jet sweep, running to the right, and he is tackled right around the line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Great tackle made by United, and I'm going to be honest, very different change in tone and personality from both teams. Going into that last possession for Lawrence at halftime, this sideline was jumping. You would think that they were up two touchdowns the way they were making noise. Now it's very quiet, and you can see a lot of personality over there on the United sideline.
Dane Bates lined up in the shotgun. He's got a running back on each side of him. Bates takes a snap, rolling to the left, firing down the field, and that one is nearly intercepted That was Connor Sataraju, who had the ball go off of his hands and fall to the ground as one quarterback nearly intercepts another, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 as the clock stops with 26 seconds to play in the 3rd.
Sataraju's kicking himself. He still is. He's just kind of grabbing his head and grabbing his face mask. His team is coming over saying, hey, man, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's 3rd down. We have a chance, but really nothing there. It was more white jerseys than any Lawrence offensive player. So kind of just throwing anything up and seeing what happens.
Again, a running back on either side of Dane Bates. 2 receivers to the left side of the line. United shows pressure. Bates reads it, running to his left now out to the 35, and he's spun down at the 36 by Sataraju. And it's going to make it 4th down and 5.
Really good pursuit and tackle by Sataraju. I think that was him making up for that dropped interception. But 4th down coming up with 7 seconds. Don't think they're going to get a playoff to end this quarter. And we're going to put our 4s up and get ready for this last section of this football game.
Yeah, 28-7 as we are about set now to head to the 4th quarter. Cardinals trailing it, and we'll be right back with more Lawrence High School Cardinals football right here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
No Ruby Rock?
Hey, give it up for your Lawrence High School cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to the Cardinals play football right here on 107.7 The Bronx, WRRC-FM, ranked number 7 in the nation by the Princeton Review. The first play of the 4th quarter is a punt by Vlado Nikolov. It's going to be fielded at the 34-yard line of United by the deep man, and that is where that Connor Sataraju and United is going to start this first drive of the 4th quarter for them. They lead it 28-7, and maybe perhaps looking to put the cherry on top here.
Yeah, it's looking like United is pretty much any type of points away from getting on this bus and going home victorious, and that's probably not how Coach Radis dreamed of this game going.
Sataraju in the shotgun, takes a snap, does not hand it off to Besky, instead hands it off to, looks like, Will Carter, and he's able to carry it out to the 40-yard line and make it 2nd down and short. Some more trickery by United. We've seen that a couple times already in this game.
Very good play design. He fakes it to the man in motion on a kind of like a jet sweep or end around, and instead gives it to the other back, picks up a good gain of about 6-7 yards, 2nd and short, and this has been the game for them, just kind of keeping Lawrence on the field and on their toes.
Ball on the 41. It's officially 2nd down and 3. Sataraju in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands this one off to Besky, this time running to the right. He's able to push the pile out across the 1st down marker, and he's out to the 46-yard line for a 1st down.
Besky's done a really good job of just kind of, being that short yardage situation back for them. And they've done it with a whole different guys, but Besky in general has just been kind of, okay, well, we need 2-3 yards here, give it to him. We need 2-3 yards there, we'll go give it to him. And like I said, for United, when they were in the 2nd quarter, hands on the hips. We have some hands on the hips for Lawrence, and it's just a flip of the game. In no way, shape, or form has Lawrence necessarily been ahead or in it, but the confidence is definitely different and the body language.
The ball on the 46 on the right hash. Sataraju in the shotgun. They're put Liam Connaughton in motion. He's lined up on the right side now, and he looked like he was a little confused as to which side of the offensive line he should be on. So because of that, Coach Bill Furlong will take his first time out of the half.
There are a whole lot of ways to listen to the Lawrence Cardinals on 107.7 The Bronx. Download our TuneIn and Odyssey apps to hear both the biggest hits and best variety in Cardinals high school football. Find 107.7 The Bronx using the search bar on both TuneIn and Odyssey.
Another great read by Jay Johnson.
Thank you, man. See, I'm just having a good time. Had to do my little stretch to get ready for this fourth quarter. We're in this home stretch of this fourth quarter, but 10 and a half minutes left of more Lawrence High School football, where we'll be every week of the season. And how do you feel about this game, Jordan?
I mean, we've definitely seen some bright spots. Obviously, that one drive in the second quarter was probably the best one we've seen from Lawrence so far in this season, but unfortunately they're on the wrong end of a 28-7 score here with 10:25 to play in the fourth, and United kind of trying to run out the clock a little bit here. Sadaraju in the shotgun. Play action, going to look to throw on the right side. That pass is caught by Liam Connaughton.
Very simple play for United. He just kind of runs across the formation. Really good tackle by James Lyons, but Connaughton's been big for them too. He was getting a lot of the work in the flat. Now he gets to go over the middle, picks up a few yards, well, more than a few yards, and it's now 2nd and short for United. Definitely going to think if you're Lawrence, you need to get a stop here, a takeaway. More importantly, because time is ticking, and you need to get this ball back in your offense so they can at least do something and give you hope.
It's 2nd down and 4. The ball's on the right hash now in plus territory is United. They've got it on the 47. And Sadaraju's going to line up in the shotgun with Besky on his left. They'll put Malachi Jeffers-Vieira in motion, take the snap, looking to throw on the left side. That pass is caught by Michael Aravallo, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. And they're going to give him the first down out to the 38-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That tackle was made by Christian Parsons, who really just kind of shot down as soon as he saw that Jefferson Vieira was in motion, made the tackle, because if not, there's a lot of space and opportunity for him. This is going to be a very frustrating game to kind of go over, especially in the first half with the penalties, but in the second half, just not a lot happening. I know they've been, a little nicked up in the second half, especially in the third quarter. Had some guys get nicked up, but it's just right now the ball's just not bouncing their way for Lawrence, and they got to find a way to get it back to them.
This time Sadaraju will hand it off to Aravallo on the jet sweep. He cuts it upfield as a flag down, and Aravallo is able to take it out to about the 36-yard line, and we'll check the marker.
Don't we all love laundry? Hey, the refs were kind of quiet for the rest of that third quarter, and I guess they're back. I don't think they liked what I said when I said, did you welcome them back from half? So I guess I have to welcome them to the fourth too, but they are here.
And the penalty goes against United.
Didn't illegal shift.
Yeah, they call the illegal shift. It backs it up to the 48-yard line. Still in plus territory is United with 8:30 and counting on the clock. They lead it by 21. A little surprised that they've passed the ball a couple of times, honestly, on this drive.
I'm surprised too. Would have thought they would have went to just kind of running this clock out, but it's each their own.
And it's an empty backfield again for Sadaraju with 3 receivers on the right side of the line. He's going to look to throw. It's a short one in the flat. That pass is caught there by Besky, who makes a couple of men miss and is able to take it down inside the 35, down to about the 34. That's going to be just short of the line to gain.
Just a missed tackle by Lawrence. He just kind of scoots past the Lawrence defense, and what was probably, a no gain, limited gain, ends up being a big gain. Now it's 2nd and short, and you guys been the beneficiaries of these short yard situations, and of course short field situations. But if you're Lawrence, you're going to look at this tape and you're going to have to figure out what can we do well to translate into next week.
Well, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. Ball on the right hash, and Sadaraju again lined up in the shotgun with Besky on his left. 2 receivers to the left side of the line. They'll put Aravallo in motion. Sadaraju again going to look to throw, this time down the field, and it's incomplete. Well underthrown going for Malachi Jeffers-Vieira. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, nothing really there. Ball just kind of died in the air and fell short. I would like to say that Coach Furlong may be just kind of scheming for next week. I think that's why he's got his starters out there still. 7-12 left in this game. He's just trying to see what he can carry into next week, get some guys some playing time. The game's not over, so he's going to use this as a little bit of extra practice and see what I thought there was something happening on the field.
Yeah, it looks like they might have called a penalty there. There was a flag down in the field. Didn't catch who exactly was on, but they do call it against United.
Yeah.
It backs the ball up to around right in between the 40-yard line and the 39-yard line. It's second down and 6. So Coach Radis accepts the penalty, makes it second and medium, and now another flag comes in before this snap comes away, and it looks like it's going to be another one that's going to go against United.
I hope nobody here has anything to do tomorrow morning because the referees are trying to keep us here all night.
Yeah, my mistake. They actually call that one there, an offsides against Lawrence, so it's going to bring it right back to second down and 1. And now hindsight 20/20, but maybe Coach Radis obviously kicking himself for accepting that last penalty because it could have been 3rd and 1. Instead, you redo the down, your team jumps off sides, and now it's second down and 1, ball on the 34.
Everybody loves a little salsa, back and forth.
2 running backs in the backfield with Sadaraju. He takes a snap. He's going to run it himself. He's got a first down and a little bit more. He's tackled by Jacob Vega out across the 30, around the 26, and that's enough to move the chains as we hit 7:03 to play in the 4th, and this drive kind of icing this game away here for United.
I think Furlong heard what we were saying and said, you know what, let's just run this game out. But using all the time in this game as practice, might as well do it. Still sticking with the starters, and good run by Sadaraju to move the chains.
Well, now he's in the backfield all by himself. He's going to look to throw. He's got pressure on the left side, throws it over the middle. Wide open is Besky over the middle, and he's got a walk-in touchdown. And that right there might be the exclamation point. It makes it 34-7. And this might be coming back because there are whistles.
Always whistles, bells and whistles.
There is a flag down around the 37-yard line. And they call roughing the passer, in fact, on Lawrence. So the penalty, of course, declined by Bill Furlong. The touchdown is good, and it's 34-7. And now Charlie Davenport Bray out for the extra point. He's 4 for 4 so far, and make that 5 for 5.
It's a good thing you didn't jinx him, Jordan. It's very, very good. I almost had a jinx last week, didn't have a jinx, so I guess we're good. I guess we're clear.
We've already had one jinx today talking about how Lawrence had been good with the penalties in the first couple games.
Yes, that is very true. I did forget about that, but we're going to chalk this up to the referees, and we'll say maybe they were, I guess they were jumping off sides and holding and all that, but referees have been calling this game a little bit, more than the last 2 games, so maybe they just had to, get their hands on it a little bit more.
So 35-7 now, 6:33 to play in the game, as both teams now set to break their huddle and come out for the kickoff. And while we have a minute, which Cardinal will be the player of the game? That's a good question, so keep listening to find out who will be the LHS MVP of the game immediately following today's action. It all happens during the Cardinal post-game show exclusively on 107.7 The Bronx WRRC-FM, your 2023 IBS Media Award winner for Best Radio Station. I think right now you've got to go with Dane Bates, who's obviously been all over the place as a quarterback. We're going to try to get Dane Bates with us for an interview. Of course, he's had a little bit of injury problems in this game, so we're going to try our best to get him up here after the game. The roughing the passer penalty is going to be enforced here on the kickoff. So Davenport Bray will kick this one off from Lawrence's 45. And it's a line drive through the back of the end zone as it rolls out of bounds. And it's going to be a touchback and bring this ball out to the 20-yard line.
I want to see what Lawrence can kind of get from this game. There's 6:30 left, and you're down 28 points. I think that it's safe to say this game may be a little bit out of reach, just a little bit. Cookie jar on the top of the shelf, but we're going to see what they can do to kind of get this game, or at least maybe not get this game back, but at least do something well and hopefully take it to next week, because I know Coach is going to be looking at his starters and saying, I don't know what our team's going to look like, I don't know what the lineup's going to look like, but what can we do well to incorporate for next week?
Well, Dane Bates is back out there as the quarterback. He's lined up in the shotgun going from left to right are the Cardinals. Bates going to look to throw, going to heave it down the field for Pitts Parker. He had him, but overshot him. Out around the 40-yard line, it's going to make it 2nd and 10.
Kind of hands up by Dane Bates, kind of like, I don't know if he ran the wrong route or what happened there, but just a little bit of miscommunication. Pitts Parker, like I said, is a very speedy athlete, and we're going to have some substitutions as Pitts Parker comes. I don't know if he's coming out or coming to the play. No, he's coming out.
Yeah, Pitts Parker comes out, and the junior Jack Dunn will come into the game for this 2nd down play. Obviously, Jay, some positives to take away for the Cardinals in this game. It's going to be another loss, unfortunately. But I think this is probably the best game they've played all year, and certainly some good things to take away is Bates back out there lined up in the shotgun, 2nd down and 10. Going to look to throw, looking left. Now has to step up in the pocket, going to look to run. And he's brought down by Malachi Jeffers Vieira after a gain of about 5. It's going to make it 3rd down and 5 from the 25.
Like you were saying, this probably has been the best game they've played, ignoring the score. This has been the best game they played. They dominated in the 2nd quarter, just could not put those points up, especially on the onside kick. It felt, this game just felt different. The first game, they had a chance to go put points up at half, they couldn't. Second game, it was almost over by the end of the 1st quarter. This game, it felt like there was a chance, just could not get the ball to bounce their way.
Well, the clock ticks down now, 5:44 to go in the game. Bates in the shotgun with Bega on his left. This pass is intended for Doherty on the right side, and he makes the catch out for a 1st down, and then he's tackled immediately there by Ryan Besky, who delivered a big hit. But not after a 1st down pickup. They'll move the chains out to the 35-yard line. And so a good conversion there by Dane Bates in the offense.
Seems like Lawrence has been actually pretty good today with those short yardage situations and just kind of getting those RPO, those little screens, those little shots out to the flat. They've been really good at those today, especially when they can kind of link it with the run game. Run game was non-existent in game 2. It's been a real big factor, especially because Dane Bates has been the quarterback. I would like to see what Coach Radish kind of draws up this week as he can kind of mix and match who's getting the ball and where they get it.
Bates in the shotgun with 3 receivers on the left, going to look to throw, going to go down the field for Doherty, and it's just out of his reach at the 40-yard line of United. If he was able to maybe have a little less on that pass, Doherty would have been able to make that catch, and who knows, he might have been gone. He had his man beat.
I don't know if Doherty kind of slowed down. I don't know if he lost it. I don't know if he just didn't know where the ball really was going to land, but kind of looked like Bates was like, hey, man, you could have, lay out a little bit. When in doubt, lay out. But, 2nd down coming up, and I think Coach Radish does like the deep shots. He's kind of told Bates, go out there and sling this ball that we have not seen in the first 2 games.
2nd down and 10, ball in the 35. Bates in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to his left, going down the field this time, and that one is hauled in. What a play there by Josh Telichka. It's the first time we've called his name on offense all season. Of course, he's the free safety here for Lawrence. Gets a little bit of run at wide receiver and makes a big play. They're going to mark him down at the 32-yard line of United. Little Josh Telichka sighting on offense.
Yeah, that was a great catch. I mean, he had to kind of adjust mid-route to go get the ball, took it out of the defender's hands, did a little bit of a roll, backwards roll, and held on to it. 1st down, big play, and let's see what they have now.
Bates in the shotgun with Jacob Bega on his right. Takes a snap, going to roll to the right, look to throw. It passes caught. This time it's Telichka again. Breaks a tackle, gets a block, and he makes a man miss. He's going to go into the end zone. How about that? Josh Telichka getting some run at offense. Is able on back-to-back plays to set Lawrence up at the 32 and then get a touchdown on the next play.
Well, what did I say? Do something well. There's something you got to take in the next week. You got a game next week, so you might as well do something well. Josh Telichka making a name for himself today. Made a name for himself week 1, but when goes out there, makes a big grab, and then makes the guy miss, scores a touchdown. they're feeling it over here in Lawrence.
And so Vlado Nikolov on for the extra point attempt. I mean, Josh Chalitska, man, we're used to seeing him deliver some hits on the defensive side of the ball, but he has now made a hit on the scoreboard. Nikolov knocks the extra point through. It makes it 35-14 with 4:05 to play here in the game. And we've already seen Coach Radis deploy the onside kick once so far tonight, and I've got a feeling we might see it again.
I got a feeling we're going to see some version of it. I don't know what he's going to do. The huddle onside kick I've never seen until today. So I'm open to all suggestions now, Coach Radis. Shock me and blow my mind any way that you can. He's been kind of having fun today. When I spoke to him earlier on the field, he had a smile on his face. It seemed like he had something up his sleeve. And I was like, Coach Radis, I don't know why you have something up your sleeve. You have your running back starting at quarterback. Well, I guess that's what he had up his sleeve. Josh Lipska's catching a touchdown. We have Dane Bates running a QB sneak for a touchdown. A very awkward onside kick that they recovered. Next time I see him smiling, I'm going to be scared.
I will say a Josh Talichka offensive touchdown was not on my bingo card for tonight, but it happened. And so now Vlado Nikolov on for the ensuing kickoff from the 40. He'll kick it from left to right. Josh Talichka is going to be subbed out of the game now. And it looks like United is set up expecting an onside kick. We've seen it once tonight. It was recovered by Lawrence back in the second quarter after they went down and scored their first touchdown of the game. And there it is again. It's kind of right out of the huddle. It's fallen on right at the 50-yard line, and we're going to see who comes out of the pile with it. Still no signal. There's a Cardinal that's down and slow to get up.
So we're going to see what they say to call this as players take a knee.
Yeah, Cardinal down right at midfield, which is where the ball was recovered. Didn't quite make out who came out of the pile with it. There's still been no signal by the refs as to who came out of the pile with that ball. There's 4:05 to play here in the game, and Cardinals trail us 1 by 21. We've certainly had our fair share of injuries here tonight, which you never want to see, as both teams take a knee. And
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
anytime, anywhere, the injured player being brought to his feet now, walking under his own power towards the Cardinals sideline.
Listen, I think that, well, we're going to see what they do with, we're going to re-kick it?
Yeah, it looks like that's what we're going to do. They're going to re-kick this ball from now the 35, so a penalty goes against the Cardinals. Never saw a flag come out. Referees have certainly made their mark on this game, that's for sure.
They've been all over this game. I mean, you would think they're calling it the way that they're throwing these flags out there. They should give them headsets next time, and we'll be referees.
They'll call the game just in a different way.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But it looks like they're going to kick it. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything yet, but they're lined up to kick it normally this time and not in the huddle.
Nikolov will boot it deep. It's towards the 30-yard line, and coming back now to get it is United. They'll take the knee at the 23. It was Will Carter who had to run back out of his onside kick formation and go receive that ball, but he was able to get to it well before any Cardinals players were able to get down there, and now United will take over here at the 23-yard line with 4:02 to play and a 21-point advantage for them.
And United still has their starters out there. We're going to go ahead and finish this game the way they know how to. If you're Lawrence, you got to be excited with what you did on offense right there. Of course, you're going to have to clean up the penalties. It is what it is. Early season, young team. That's what happens. Growing pains and learning curves, like I said. But we're going to get to see another drive and hopefully a better defensive drive by Lawrence so that they can put into their film room, because overall, they gave up 35 points, but I wouldn't say they played horribly.
Yeah, Sadaraju in the shotgun, going to hand this off to Besky, running to his right, makes one man miss and is able to carry it out across the 25 to the 27. It's going to make it 2nd down and 4 And yeah, the Cardinals, they've definitely done some good things on offense. That's included Josh Telichka, of all people, their free safety. And I think that because of that, we're going to talk to Josh Telichka after this game. He's going to end up being our LHS MVP of the game. I also don't want to keep Dane Bates any longer because he has been dealing with a little bit of an injury during this game. We've seen him get taped up on the sideline, and I think it would be fun to ask Telichka about that offensive touchdown.
That'll be fun.
This play is a handoff to Zachary Owens. First time we've seen him on the field tonight, and he carries it out to the 30-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd and 4.
Good little run there by Lawrence. They're still, sticking this ball on the ground as they should, as they pretty much have done all night. One thing I was going to say was that I think Lawrence is going to want to tighten up with their linebackers is their run gaps. Usually Dane Bates is the inside linebacker, but he's playing quarterback, so why would you make him go both ways? So they're going to have to kind of try to figure out how to get that run D to just tighten up a little bit more, because if you force them to pass, you have a better chance at getting your team off the field.
Clock down to 2:37 to play in this game. Sadaraju going to hand this one off to Owens again. He's met at the 30-yard line. It actually was not Sadaraju there as the quarterback. That's my mistake. It was number 12, Hamza Khalid. So they bring in their backup quarterback, does United, to get some reps here.
I hate to break it to you, but Sadaraju is now back in the game.
And now, yes, Sadaraju comes back in, so he came off for one play there.
Are they punting? I believe they're punting.
Interesting formation. Yeah, it's Liam Connaughton as the punter. It's a really high snap that goes well over his head, rolls into the end zone. Connaughton has to pick it up and then tries to punt it from there. And before he got the punt away, we have more whistles, and that looks like they're going to call it a safety because Connaughton fielded it in the end zone.
I
thought you were able to go back and get it and still kick it away just because he wasn't down at all. Right. At least it didn't look like he was. He was standing upright.
Are they going? Hold on. I don't really know what they called here. And now both kicking units are coming off the field right now.
Yeah, the referee made the safety signal, put both hands over his head and put them together.
Listen.
There's 1:49 to play here. And now the refs are going to discuss. That's been kind of a weird night in terms of us trying to figure out what the calls have been, because I think the referees have certainly had their fair share of trouble trying to figure it out too.
If you work at any nearby Foot Lockers, please come and help us figure this out, because the people wearing the stripes really don't know what's happening, and it's not helping us anymore. But it looks like they're going to repunt.
Yeah, let's see. The ball is marked now at the 25. The punting unit for United is back out on the field, and the receiving unit for Lawrence is back out on the field with Jacob Bega back deep around United's 37. Connaughton will take the snap. We're going to punt it again. It's a good one. It's going to roll and bounce at the 47, take a bounce for an extra yard and be fielded at the 46 by Michael Aravallo. And so the Cardinals will start on their own side of the field at their own 46. And it looks like Dane Bates is going to head back out there as the quarterback. 1:38 to go in this one. Cardinals trail at 35-14. And they're going to get one last chance here on this drive, most likely to try to build on this fourth quarter and maybe take some momentum into their game. Their next game will be on Thursday at 7. That is against Heightstown on the road. We're going to have that for you, as we will every Lawrence High School football game this season, right here on 107.7 The Bronx. That game against September 14th at 7. Pregame's going to get you started at 6:40. As back to action here, Bates takes a snap in the shotgun, looks left, pass is caught by Telichka, makes a man miss. He's going to carry it out into plus territory around to the 44, and that's right at the first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. And they will. It's a first down. How about Josh Telichka right now?
And they're going quick, too. kind of in that hurry up.
Yeah, Bates in the shotgun again. Going to look over the middle for his favorite receiver. That's Josh Telichka. Makes another man miss. He's going to get that out to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be good for another first down.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers had Jordy Nelson. Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill. Tom Brady had Gronk.
Dane Bates has a free safety, and now he's looking deep down the right side for Doherty. That pass falls incomplete, and Doherty fell down around the 10-yard line. They're going to say he fell on his own, and so no penalty. It's going to make it 2nd and 10 with 1:11 to play.
If there was any call that needed to be made right there, I think it was that one. I don't think he fell on his own. I think that the defender really did kind of block his route, didn't really let him run his route. I think if there was any PI call to be made today, it was that one, but to each their own. You know, football is a complicated sport with many moving parts, so we'll just go and play 2nd down.
It will be 2nd down and 10 from the 34, ball on the left hash, and Bates in the shotgun with Jacob Bega on his right. 3 receivers to the right side of the line, 1 to the left. Bates takes the snap, looking to throw sidearm sling for Telichka, and that falls incomplete. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
So I think that if you're Coach Radis, what you're taking out of this game is that you have playmakers. He said in the Coach's Corner on Mondays that we have to find out who those guys are. And I think he's kind of, he's plugging in pieces. We saw last week with Pitch Park, we saw a little bit of a dose of him. He plugged into Telichka today, and hopefully next week we see a little bit of him. Don't know who will be playing quarterback, but right now you have a running back that can throw the ball. There's a few things that you can kind of take out of these games. Hopefully you'll throw it together. There's still a lot of football left to be played in this season.
Well, Dane Bates in the shotgun here. This time 3 receivers on the left side of the line. 3rd down and 10. Takes a snap, has a lot of time, now pressured, fires it away, and that pass is incomplete. And a flag comes in late. It was intended for Brendan Doherty, who put his hands up as if to say he was held. And that is what they're going to call. It's going to be another pass interference penalty against United. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty and set the Cardinals up at the 19.
Listen, if Brendan Doherty was giving out piggyback rides for $1, he had a customer right there because he was kind of all over him in that deep shot. So, again, more penalties. Referee saying there's still time on the clock, so there's still time for them to throw some laundry up on the field. And like I said, we all love laundry day, so might as well keep it going.
So there's 1:02 to play now. Cardinals looking to punch this ball in the end zone again. They trail at 35-14. Bates in the shotgun with Bega on his right. Takes the snap, has time, firing deep down the right side for Doherty, who falls down, and another flag comes in. I thought Doherty fell on his own. The refs say otherwise, as that penalty is going to go against Sahaj Jasani. It's going to be a 2nd consecutive penalty called against him. And this should be half the distance to the goal on the pass interference. It would mark the ball at the 9.5.
Jordan, I believe you're right. I don't know if he just kind of got tripped up. I don't know if his heel kind of got like underneath him and he just fell. But I think if there was any other PI call that shouldn't have been called this game, it was that one. But we play on 1st down for Lawrence.
Yeah, you figure now if you're Dane Bates, you kind of just keep throwing it down the field and keep seeing if maybe you can get some of these pass interference calls. It's kind of like a pitcher in baseball. If the umpire is going to give you an inch or 2 off the plate, you keep going out there, you keep seeing how far you could push it.
Yep.
And so it's 1st and goal from the 9. Bates in the shotgun, looking over to Coach Radis for the play. Now has it. Jacob Bega on his right, 2 receivers on each side of the line. Bates going to look to throw it. Rolling right, pass for Bonchkowicz is incomplete. Off his left hand at the goal line. It's going to make it 2nd down and 9.
I believe Bonchkowicz had a chance at that ball. I mean, like I say, if it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. The ball was a little bit ahead, but I think it was still playable. But other than that, it'll bring up second and goal. So
whoa, and the lights have just gone out here at Lawrence High School. And now we are in darkness.
Wow.
The scoreboard remains on. There has not been any lightning or thunder in the area for the last maybe 3 hours, so wonder what this is, as now both the student sections are taking the time now to take their iPhone and Android phones out with bring the flashlights out, and now the lights have come back on. So, you know, the old saying is in baseball, you come to the ballpark, you'll see something new every day. I think we got to translate that over to football here, because short of the Super Bowl between the 49ers and the Ravens, I don't think I've ever seen the lights go out at a football game.
I was just about to ask you who did halftime, because the lights went out and I was very confused for a minute. I thought that they just turned off my eyes or something.
Well, it is second down and goal from the 9, 50 seconds to play. Bates in the shotgun. We're back to action. He's going to look to run it. He's able to make a couple players miss, bounces it to the outside, and he's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Dane Bates' second rushing touchdown of the game, and that one was quite impressive. Made 3 United defenders miss on his way to Pater.
Listen, they were trying to tackle him like the lights were still off. I don't know what that was. He kind of went around 3 guys and waltzed into the end zone there, and they're going to go catch this extra point, but it's been a really good game for Lawrence, although they're still on the losing end of it.
That's a great way to put it there, Jay, that United, their tacklers were kind of playing like the lights were still off. Anyways, Nikolov on for the extra point. He misses it well wide to the left. Not sure if a United player got his hand on that or not, but the kick was maybe about 10 yards wide left. So the score will remain 35-20 with 40 seconds to play, and you got to believe we're going to see another onside kick coming up.
Yes, I think that Coach Radish is very pleased with his guys right now. They're still going to be down 15, but a very good showing by Dane Bates. Good showing by the guys that have rallied around them. Looked like there was kind of, slumping shoulders, heads down, coming out of half, or at least coming out of that third quarter, but they've definitely perked up, and the fans are definitely back into this.
I think the lights going off probably has played into that quite a bit.
Oh, yes. Cheerleaders were kind of losing their minds a little bit, too. I don't know if they would have jumped, scream, run. It was kind of a mixture of all of them.
So again, 40 seconds to play. Lawrence still trails this one 35-20. United is set up in their kickoff formation, expecting an onside kick. Nikolov sets the ball on the tee at the 40. And he goes into the huddle. The Cardinals are gonna set up like a normal kickoff. And Nikolov will boot it deep towards the left side. It's going to bounce at the 25 and then be fielded by Zachary Owens, who's then tackled by James Lyons at the 20. That takes 5 seconds more off the clock. It's going to allow Connor Sataraju to most likely just come out here and kneel this one down one time, end this game. But I gotta say, this is definitely the best football we've seen played by the Lawrence Cardinals this season. They're gonna fall to 0-3, but definitely a lot of good things to build on here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, like I said, do some things well. It doesn't matter what the score is gonna be in every game. You want to go out and win, that's the goal, but sometimes you can't. They've lost their first 3, but they did a lot of things well. We're gonna apply it to next week and see if they can get a different result.
They've got Hamza Khalid as the quarterback. They were lined up as if they were going to run a play. So Bill Furlong, the head coach at United, brings his backup quarterback back into the game and looks like maybe just wants to see him for a few plays here, just maybe see what he's got a little bit. And now they're going to decide to kneel down, going to decide against letting Khalid throw the ball a little bit, so they are going to take that knee, and that's going to end the game. Clock will run out, and the Lawrence Cardinals, they fall to 0-3. West Windsor-Plainsboro United improves to 2-1, 35-20 the final. A lot of good things to build on, though, for Lawrence in this game. They're going to play Hightstown next Thursday, and you can listen to that game as well as every Lawrence Cardinals game right here on 107.7 The Bronx. Pre-game for that one will start at 6:40 with kickoff at 7. Jay Johnson is going to head down and grab our player of the game. It's going to be Josh Telichka, who we saw make some plays on offense. Never thought that Telichka would be the LHS MVP for what he did on the offensive side of the ball, but that's what we've got. And we will be right back with our post-game show. So we'll be right back with more Lawrence High School Cardinals football right here on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.